guys, it's Looch with Bill Deville.
Thanks for having me. How you doing, Looch?
I'm cold. How are you?
The same.
Okay. You had a really cool interview this week. We did a lot more Theft of the Dials, it seemed, earlier in the current. And they're a really cool idea. If you don't know, it's just when we have an artist come in and basically they play DJ and they get to pick all the songs. And do you know beforehand what songs they picked?
Yeah, he wrote them down on the list right as it was about to happen.
Okay, so and now he had been here a couple of times, and you had met him before.
I had met him once before, yes.
And he's clearly riding a huge high right now.
Well, yeah, he's kind of climbed the ranks. The first time he was in town, he played 7th Street Entry, followed by a couple of main room shows, and most recently the Bigger Palace. And I think all of them pretty much sold out.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And so he did this Theft of the Dial with you, which is airing on this Saturday at nooner. And I was talking to you earlier just about when you're preparing to interview someone who you really, really respect. Let's be honest, every single person you interview is not like on your high list of, ooh, I want to meet him. But you know, you kind of get psyched in your head of like, at least I do. I feel like I have 10 seconds to prove that I'm not an idiot and I'm not going to ask really dumb questions. And it puts a lot of pressure on me, but you know, sometimes you feel like you have to ask questions that you think your audience wants to hear. Or do you sometimes just think, no, I just want to ask questions that I want to know the answers to?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
You got to throw some out for the masses, and it's fun to have like an icebreaker of your own.
I know.
When you can, see if you got what kind of a vibe you have going with the musician or artist.
We'll tear down the fourth wall a little bit. When you're preparing for an interview, do you rely mostly on what? Like for prep?
I kind of just do some reading and listening, and then just kind of try to dream up a couple good questions I haven't asked before.
Yeah, I always read their most recent interview and then literally go, okay, I won't ask that, I won't ask that, I won't ask that. And I tried the whole thing, but it's super cool when you do get to connect with somebody who is just amazing and so talented, and you know they're going to be huge. Lastly, what do you think of that new Green Day?
I think it's kind of cool.
Well, it's a bit of a steal.
Yeah.
From Gary Glitter. But anyway.
And Joan.
Yeah. But at any rate, I was saying last night on the air that it's like, oh, I got a new Green Day track coming up. And then I thought, you know, when Green Day first came out, did you think they would have longevity? To be honest, I did.
I kind of did too.
Yeah.
I still remember hearing that Kerplunked album back in 90, 91.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
they've only gotten better along the way.
I think so too. I digress. The Michael Kiwanuka Theft of the Dial is this Saturday afternoon with Bill Deville
at noon.